Divine Feminines, I hope everyone's incredibly well as always. I am going to dig into the Divine Masculines energy and see what we can uncover here about this energy around losing control. Okay, so I feel like he needs to do something. It is ground himself, but he's struggling to find ways to ground himself, okay? So you feel like an addiction to him where he's got to break some type of pattern. And I do feel like the pattern is just reaching out, communicating, needing, wanting you in his energy. A lot of lust around this as well. I was picking up on a couple of songs that were very heavy around like a feeling of addiction. So the song is High All the Time. I think it's by Tolo. I gotta stay high all the time just to keep you off my mind. Spend my days locked in a haze. Trying to forget you, babe. I fall back down. Gotta stay high all my life to forget I'm missing you. You guys gotta listen to that song particularly because the way she sings it too, it's almost like she's in so much pain, and it's like pleading to just, I don't want to feel like this, but numbing myself is the only thing that I can do to stop thinking about you. Another one too is by Ryan Leslie and Cassie, Addiction. Okay, what does he say? Hang on. Okay, so he says it started off with a kiss, never expecting this, and now I'm here coping with my addiction. Okay, so there's something about this connection, this craving, the intensity. It wasn't, somebody wasn't expecting that it was going to be like this. It was going to be this intense to the point where it feels like a drug, or it feels like an addiction, or it feels like, for whatever reason, Divine Feminine, you are mirroring back to them healing. Okay, so let's get some clarity here and see what you may be mirroring back to them with your Divine Feminine energy. I feel like for the both of you, lust could be a big theme on your journey or in your connection, where that's just something that's naturally triggered between you two, and until there's healing around that, it's holding you back. It's holding you both back from experiencing true passion. So what I'm feeling here is there's distance or space between you two, but because the Divine Feminine here is moving with integrity, honesty, you can't just engage in intimacy with him if it is not in alignment with your heart space, okay? So you get that assignment. The Divine Masculines have yet to get there, but they don't see why they can't just engage in this energy, this addictive energy with you. But it doesn't align with the vibration that the Divine Feminine holds with just wanting the connection to be in love. So I feel like he's balancing the craving for you. It's coming off like it's an addiction, but the universe stops him every single time because he cannot just, devour you or lust after you in this way. There's got to be balance. And I feel like that lustful energy is not even coming from you, Divine Feminines. It has a lot to do with some kind of healing that needs to take place that he's most likely refusing to go back and visit and figure out why it is he feels so imbalanced when it comes to sensual energy. And I feel like you guys have had moments where you've tried to connect, or there's been arguments about it being just particularly all about that, or that your masculines can't connect beyond that point. So it's always causing some kind of obstacle in the way, or something always comes up for healing. Okay, so that's what I'm getting from him, is that he's got to work on this feeling of losing control when it comes to you. It's only going to go so far until you push him away, I feel, or you block him off, and then he's left in this very energy where he loses control if he doesn't have access to you. So somebody needs to, I feel, work on their healing when it comes to balancing their sensual energy, okay? Because it is their life force. If they don't recognize that now, then I feel like the energy will just fizzle out. They're not understanding why it is you won't crave them back. I mean, they've got everything that society deems as everything that you should want, everything that you should be chasing after. But again, I feel like they're yet to catch up with the fact that you carry this Divine Feminine energy in you. Yeah, you're asking them to get healthy. Go outside and get some fresh air, dude. Okay, you need it. That's why many of you may have them blocked right now, because you're sending off this energy of get healthy. I was also talking about prana and breath, and I feel like many of your divine masculines could use, like, to help them gain control of a lot of that sensual energy that they feel is out of control. Many of them could be looking up breath work or sitting in meditation and just paying attention to their breath and doing things like the 4-7-8 rule and holding your breath and slowly letting it out. That is going to help them, I feel like, balance or quiet their mind. I'm hearing the words redirect as well. Many of them are having to redirect sensual thoughts all the time because they're getting it. Okay, if they don't balance it, they don't get to express it with you, and they can't express it with anybody else because the electricity and the spark is gone. It's not there with anybody else. Okay, they can't come alive with anybody else, so it's almost like they are being nudged or gently pushed, forced, maybe even just not even gently. Many of them are just being pushed right on into it, and they're having to just sit down now and ask for healing. I'm hearing the mojo's not working. Okay. Nor does he want it to work for anybody else. I feel like it's not even that it's not. I feel like because he's not putting effort into it, or his mind and heart is just not in it. And that might be a big epiphany in itself too. It's like his heart and mind is connecting when it comes to intimacy. He's no longer wanting empty connections because it's not just the mind. It's like the mojo's like, no, it's not the divine feminine. Get it out of here. Yeah, no. I ain't having it. So it's not only him, you know. I feel like his body doesn't want anybody else. The body knows the divine feminine. He's not in control. It's like the ego's like, hey, let's go, have a good time. And the body's like, nope, not doing it. You know, in fact, there's heart and what is it? Heart and mind. It's this awkward, no, is it Awkward Yeti? It's this cute little comic on Instagram I totally used to love a few years ago. It's where heart and I think brain, they're always getting into all kinds of conundrums, and heart's like kind of crazy and brain's always trying to put logic into things. That's what I feel like is happening with your divine masculines, you know, body, mind, and soul. 333 could be a significant number for many of you right now. But that's what they're wrestling around with, is just trying to heal, because it has to align. They no longer view sensuality the same. It's like they can't just give out the energy carelessly anymore. Okay, and because they can, someone's going crazy because they're craving you, because you're the only thing that they can feel it with or express it with. Okay, you have a way of bringing in this very prosperous energy. Whatever you touch turns to gold. Someone's having a lot of respect for maybe your abundant energy, even when it comes to, again, sensual energy, that creative flow. You bring in the abundance. I'm hearing the words honoring as well. Maybe you're very abundant at this time, divine feminines, and because of that you're untouchable. Because of that you're at ease, you're at peace, while your divine masculines are maybe going through this very turbulent energy. You're closed off a little, and you may be trying to mirror to them through either your lifestyle or some of the things you could be focusing on or doing right now or experiencing that reflects them either getting outside, getting healthy, creating new habits for themselves, socializing with new friend groups who keep healthy habits. And that's a big thing too for a lot of them, in order to break some of the patterns that they've had around addiction and getting healthy and learning to sit with their inner voice. They're seeing that they have to break away from people that are closest to them. I think that's been the biggest eye-opener for many of them on the journey. Okay, we do have Aphrodite, the inner goddess, and that's why I think I was getting the word honoring before, but this is how they now see you, is honoring your sensuality, your beautiful energy. I mean, you're every woman in the world to me, is what I'm hearing. I know that's the song. You're my fantasy, you're my reality. You're no longer just the fantasy, you're the reality. You are the reality. Check, divine feminines, okay? He doesn't want anybody else. Your energy here with inner goddess is very powerful. Okay, that inner beauty and the sensuality and all of that warmth and sacredness that he feels. You know what it is? It's making love. Somebody realizes they don't want to just have empty sex anymore. Like, it doesn't matter who it is they've been with. Like, that's why I feel a lot of the karmic situations are fizzling out or naturally coming to an end with those cycles, because the lust and passion and chemistry between you two right from the get-go, it served a very important purpose. It's not just, oh, you two are attracted to each other doing the thing. It's like, nah, it's more than that. That thing, it really does create, more than just, the creation of life. It creates anything. And when two people are charged up by one another, there's nothing that you can't do. It's like, not only does that energy make you feel aroused, but it makes you feel like you could go create a business, or you all of a sudden have these spontaneous ideas popping into your head, and you feel so passionate because of the love that your counterpart has just made to you or shown you, or said some poetic stuff to you that nobody's ever recognized you or seen you in that way before. And it makes you go, my gosh, like this magic, this love at first sight thing, it's real, and it can't help but inspire you. I mean, I really do think it's how great poetry, great music, great pieces of art are made. It's really just feeling love and gaining that spiritual awakening through that feeling, that spark, of finding love and seeing yourself in another person. So much to the point where, it makes you explode. You just want more for yourself. And that's how I think he's feeling. Like, he wants better for himself, and he feels really in love with you because you bring that out in the most beautiful and sensual way. What's his current energy? What's he working on in the current moment? Okay, so we have the deception and temptation. I feel like this is towards himself. Like, stop deceiving yourself, dear divine masculines. Invest in yourself for you, and not because you are trying to get closer to the divine feminine, or maybe you feel like it'll break the separation curse, the spell. You're kicking the universe right now, asking why. Okay, he's pretty pissed at the universe right now because you're untouchable. Okay, but he's going to have to work his way back. The universe is asking him to focus in on yourself. You got bigger fish to fry. But he's so worried about, what you're doing and where you're going to go. And that's how it is when you're caught up in these kind of addictive tendencies, right? Even your mind is eating away at you with addictive thoughts. Whether it's good or bad on the journey, he's, fighting his way through it. I feel like his worst case scenario is watching you in all of this beautiful new energy of just experiencing your healing at a level that you haven't experienced before. And he's not getting any of it. What the hell? Right? But he's having to face the fact that, yeah, I know, of course you're not getting any of it. You're not going to bring this near this beautiful, colorful energy. Look at the contrast. Look at the contrast in the cards here. He's not going to come in and murky up your energy. You've worked way too hard, divine feminines. Plus, you invited him to the party. He declined the invitation. He didn't want the rebirth. Okay? The death was messy. He didn't want to go through this shit with you. Excuse me, peasant? I'm not going to go through no toxic ass cycles with you. Look at my karmic stuff. Doesn't it look all bright and shiny? Huh? And you were like, I fool's gold. I don't trust it. Divine feminines, you hippity hopped out of your karmic situations, job situations, standing up to bosses, walking up, quitting situations. Many of you even trudged through the trenches if you knew something wasn't in your highest good. Even if you had to slow down on your journey and peacefully dismantle your tower or ruthfully tear it apart, a lot of you are on board. Okay, a lot of your divine masculines, they chose not to do that alongside you. They were like, what are you talking about? My tower is built and sturdy. Okay, but now they're going through the limitations now, the fears. I keep getting that song I used to sing in Sunday school when I was a kid. My grandma would, make us attend Sunday school, and we'd have to learn about like every religion. And there was this one Sunday song school that I really loved, aside from Jesus love is a bubbling over, Jesus love is a bubbling over, hallelujah. You guys remember that one from back in the day, if you went to like Presbyterian church and stuff? Okay, so there's another one, like the wise man built his house upon the rocks, or like the foolish man built his house upon the sand, and the waves came like they talked about all these little things happening, you know, and then like the wise man built his house upon the rocks. So that is this vibe I keep getting around this stuff about the wise man built his house upon the rock. Like somebody's feeling like they built their foundation or their tower on a really shitty ass foundation that's washing away now. That's where all this fading away energy and fizzling out energy is coming from. They should have built their house with the wise man. You're representing the wise man, the high priestess, the hierophant energy, divine feminines. I mean, maybe not at first. Maybe you were the peasant. Maybe you were in rags, but somebody didn't see your value. Somebody didn't see that maybe, you know, you went thrifting and you might have picked up a bag that was really cute at the thrift store. People were looking at you like, ew, you're thrifting. Get out of here, peasant. And then you came home and your bag, it had a genie's lamp inside. You know what I mean? Like that's the kind of stuff now that's got people, you know, looking towards you like, damn, I really made a bad investment here. Let's see what knocked over or tried to knock over our divine feminine energies here, okay? So we have the stormy tower moments here, but you know what? Nothing can take your foundation, divine feminine. You're always protected. Always protected, especially if your divine masculines came towards you without trying to do the inner work. Many of them, you know, they might have made their karmic bed and laid in it, was unhappy, and then tried to come and interfere with your abundance, your prosperity, and the universe was like, absolutely not. No access. And now that's what's got many of them now in this very uncontrollable, obsessive, addictive energy over you. But they're going to have to sit around and work on themselves over the summer. And if they do, they will gather this harvest here that will assist them in coming forward in a polished way. But I feel like the universe is clearly stating at them to work on themselves a little bit here. There's bigger fish to fry than trying to get back in the divine feminine's energy and good graces. And you know, a long ways away from experiencing that again, my friend. Okay, now it's about matching that vibration. Okay, she's not going to let you in the gate looking and smelling like the karmic energy. Of course not. So this, I feel, this point of their journey is about healing, especially addictive stuff, guys. It's going to translate into a lot of different things around them that really just need booting out of their life. It's right over here. You guys know what it is. I don't even have to say it. It's coming to your mind without me even having to say it. When I say a lot of them are going to have to work on their addictions and codependent shit before even coming in your vicinity. You did the hard work. Okay, a lot of you did. I don't even have to say what you had to go through behind closed doors, divine feminine. I know you know. Okay, so that is my check-in, guys. Don't forget, I will be live again tomorrow on Hipsy. I will be doing that every day just for these little short check-ins if you guys need to. Just check in quickly. It could be a quick question. I will be on it in between the readings throughout the day. It's a nice way just for me to keep the readings nice and quick and short and get back to you guys within the hour. And if you guys book before the live session tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so from now, anytime until tomorrow, you do get a 15% discount. Otherwise, once it launches, the discount goes away. So if you guys have something in mind, you know, before tomorrow, definitely go ahead and visit my Hipsy page, join my community, take your time, ask the question. Don't be in a rush, guys. Also, when you ask the question, make sure you sit down and you're honest with me, because I am intuitive. So the more you share with me, the more I'm able to assist you. Okay, so, all right, guys, that's my spiel for this evening. I love you guys. Take it easy, and I'll catch you in the next check-in, okay? Take care, guys. Bye.